Life is precious and incredibly fragile, and it only takes one twist of fate to turn that upside down. None of us are immune. It can happen to anyone and generally without warning. This has been the case for Chris Harmer and his family. Chris is a respected truckie, a devoted husband and father of 3 children. 2 of his children are special needs and require full-time respite care. In early January, he was diagnosed with an aggressive brain tumour, which means he can no longer work and provide for his family.
I was sort of born into the transport industry. My father was a truck driver, and I just grew to really like trucks at a very young age, and started at Finnemore Transport when I was 16 years of age. I worked at Finnemore for 22 years, and unfortunately it sort of came to a point where I would need to find something that would suit my family a bit better because of Emily and Tom being disabled and needed me to be home on a regular basis. So I sort of had to find something that suited me. But anyway, I got a job working for a local company called Birkenshaw's Transport, and they've been one of the best companies, if not the best company I've ever had to work for, and they've really understood, my family situation, which has been wonderful. And they're a small family company, and they've always been big on family. And so I've been with Birkenshaw's for 9 years and loved every minute of it. My last new truck that I've got at Birkenshaw's was a brand new T610 SAR, which was honestly the best truck I've ever had in my life. It was just like driving a car down the road. It was just so smooth and comfortable, and had everything you could ask for, with all the bells and whistles and everything I could ever dream about, We've got 2 daughters and a son, Tom, and we were very fortunate that Emily and Tom were born with a rare chromosome disorder or disability called Phelan-McDermott syndrome. And that's why we wear these shirts that sort of raise awareness about their disability, called Feeling Lucky. It's a campaign that Phelan-McDermott syndrome has been trying to sort of raise awareness for people to understand, that every one of these children are very special, and no matter what their difficulties are in life, they're all still human beings, and they all like to be loved, don't you, Emmy? But our eldest daughter, she's 28 years old now, and she's very normal, and she's in a good, steady relationship, and we hope nothing but the best for her, and she's very supportive of our family and always helped out whenever she could as they were growing up. And I'd just gone to Melbourne the night before and unloaded in the morning, and went up to Kerrang and loaded a load of salt. Got back to Wagga safely that night. And when I got home, I parked the truck and refueled it. Basically came home to sort of rest with Carol, and after having some dinner, and was about to have a shower, and unfortunately I had a seizure. At the time I didn't even know what was going on. So she rang the 000 ambulance, and of course they arrived very quickly, took me to hospital and did a CT scan, which they said, well, you haven't had a stroke, which is good, but you have had something on your brain that we don't know what it is until we do further testing, which was the following day. So I had an MRI, and the next day they said, we need to get you to Sydney because you've got something on your brain that needs to be removed, and they took me to St Vincent's Hospital in Sydney. And on the Monday morning, it all happened very quickly. They operated on me, and then I came into ICU, and then they put me in for another MRI on Tuesday morning. Found that there was still 50% of the tumour still remaining, so they said we have to go back in again tomorrow morning. So on Wednesday morning they went back in, and then basically removed all the tumour in my brain, which was wonderful. And then on the Friday morning they came and said to me that that after we've done sample testing of your tumour we've removed, it's a grade 4 glioblastoma. They said it's basically the worst case of cancer you can receive. And I said, well, what's the prognosis? And they said, well, most people generally have 12 to 18 months to live. Your tumour could just grow straight back again, even though we have removed it. But we need you to undergo 6 weeks of chemo and radiotherapy.
It was just such a shock. 1 minute Chris was fine, and at work, and we seen him like the day before. He was perfect. No one knew anything was wrong at all. Not even Chris knew there was anything wrong. And then on the Wednesday night, we got a text message from Chris saying that he was in hospital with a suspected stroke, and it was just a massive shock to us all, especially when we got the second message saying that it was not a stroke and it was a brain tumour. So none of us seen it coming, and it's just been an incredible shock to see someone that was perfectly healthy one day end up in the situation that Chris is.
Everything was going along just fine, and I was looking forward to so many things in life, and to find out that I've only got a very short time here with my family. I thought, you know, initially I was very upset, as you would. You know, I wasn't exactly happy about what I'd received, and I was quite emotional, and I don't get emotional over a lot of things. But anyway, you know, my family was with me when we received the diagnosis, and of course they were generally very upset as well, and we all had a cry over it. But then I realised, you know, I was so fortunate and lucky that I've survived 2 brain surgeries to remove this tumour, and you know, I have a very strong belief in our Lord Jesus Christ, and we go to the Baptist Church in Wagga Wagga, and they've been nothing but so wonderful and so supportive and praying for my full recovery and for our family.
So basically I set up a GoFundMe page just to help Chris's family and himself out with his medical expenses during this period, because we know that their family could do with help in that situation, especially as it was such a shock, and living in Wagga, a lot of the hospital treatments and things at that time were going to happen in Sydney, so it just helped his family be able to breathe a little bit easier during that time.
Well, when I was an interstate truck driver, I was earning really good money, and that was supporting our family, and we were able to pay our bills quite easily and live a comfortable lifestyle. But of course, once I received this and they took my licence away from me, everything changed.
He's not able to drive or anything, doesn't have a driver's licence, but he does still come in and wash trucks and come and see all the staff and say hello and just do little jobs that he can do around the yard that's within his limits at the moment.
I sort of thought to myself, well, I've got a lot to be thankful for. There's no use being negative and thinking that I can't do this and I can't do that, but I can do something. And I've been very fortunate with my workplace. They've said to me that any time that I want to come into work, and for as long as I want to come into work, whether it be for an hour or 5 hours or whatever I want to do, whether I want to wash a trailer or wash a truck or go out with a driver and just ride shotgun with them. So I've been very lucky. I've been able to catch up with a lot of customers I used to see on a regular basis. Of course, they've all been very concerned about my health, and they're very happy to see that, you know, well, you look really well and I feel good. And that in itself has helped me overcome a lot of negative things about, you know, not being able to do what I could do. Yes, so I'm very thankful that I can do something, and it gives Carol a break as well, not having to care for me 24/7 at home. She can take me to work, and I can spend time with my workmates at work, and whether I do whatever I do, even just talking to customers and talking to people at work and helping them through their day, and it helps me through mine. So it's been wonderful to be able to do that, rather than, you know, just sitting at home and generally watching TV and becoming a couch potato. You know, and I've had, you know, I was very lucky our workplace had started up a GoFundMe page, which just initially when they said that we've asked for a certain amount of money, and I thought, wow, if we got this amount of money, this will be so helpful towards us. And that has just been mind-blowing to think that it's just grown so big in such a short time. And that's been a great help to us financially. That has helped us pay a lot of our bills for my treatment, a lot of medications, and none of that's cheap, and Medicare doesn't cover a lot of those things. So we just feel so thankful and blessed that having that GoFundMe page, and so many people have rung and texted me and done such kind things for our family, like helping us with our house and cleaning up and offering meals, and you know, just basically ringing us up and coming around and just say, is there anything we can do for you? Is there any way we can help you? You know, just let us know. You know, they don't want to be an intrusion, but we're just so thankful that, you know, there's so many people out there that have wanted to help us, and we really feel quite blessed to be a part of that community. I really just can't thank everyone enough for everything they've offered to do for us, and coming up in a few weeks is a benefit day for our family, which has been held in Wagga, and I just still can't believe that is even happening, you know, and that hasn't happened yet. But I'm just so looking forward to be able to go to that and to meet so many people and thank them personally for all the things that they've done for us, and you know, to keep looking after us for the future, and that's what, you know, I can only ask to, you know, just make sure that these young humans are going to be cared for and loved just as much as we've loved them, you know.
Well, I've known Chris for over 25 years because we both worked at Finnemores and at Tolls together. And when we got the news of his diagnosis, we were just absolutely shocked, blown away. And Chris is the nicest bloke you'd ever meet. Never got a bad word to say about anyone or anything, you know. So we, Mel started the GoFundMe page, so I got onto her and I said, maybe we should do something as a bit of a fundraiser. And that's where it all started from. We formed a bit of a committee, and we've got 12 people on the committee, and we've got all this big mad team behind us to help us all out. So we're having this benefit day on the 28th of March, running from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're going to have a static truck display. And we said to Chris, what trucks would you like there? Whose friends' trucks would you like there? So he's picked out 10 or 12 trucks. So we're going to have 10 or 12 trucks of his friends who he wants there. And we've got a few classic cars, and we've got quite a few Harleys coming. And we're going to be doing Harley rides and truck rides. And for the kids, we've got a jumping castle. We've got face painting. We've got a couple of Disney characters, so that'll keep the kids occupied. We have the bar and the barbecue, and we've got some live music. And we've got lots and lots of donated goods that we're going to auction off, and so that'll raise a bit of funds. So we've got tickets available at the gate at $25 per person. Kids under 18 free, along with a paying adult. But if you want to go online to Eventbrite, you can do a pre-sale ticket for $20 per adult, and kids under 18 free, sorry. And then they'll give you a ticket, and then you just get an armband and you come for the day. So with that, and we'll sell a few hamburgers, a few steak sandwiches and a sausage sandwich, and we'll raise a bit of money, and we should have a good day, really good day.
The trucking industry is a close-knit community and never hesitates to help one of their own. Following Chris's diagnosis, the industry rallied around Chris and his family, but they still need our ongoing support. If you are in Wagga on March the 28th, why not come along to the benefit day? Details are on screen now. For more information, visit truckingnation.com.au.